Okay, GP, just check your audio. Yeah, you're all good. Okay, forget that. Harvard firing up. Well, trying to. She'll go. Okay, folks. Good afternoon. Well, how about that? Welcome to Headcorn Aerodrome, ladies and gents. Google it. Now, there's got some history behind it, of course. They've got a little museum here as well, artifacts and so on and so forth. Some great little buildings over there, which we'll have to do a little bit of. It's a grass strip as well here at Headcorn. Not a piece of tarmac in sight, which is quite good. Great to see all the people here. And what we have just to my left here is the original hut. Scramble. They did actually bring this from another airfield. So I've got Barry here with me. Barry, do you want to just step in and we'll have a quick chat and of course, we're here with Aero Legends. Barry,
Hi.
how you doing?
Not too bad, thank you, sir.
Good stuff. Yes, thank you very much. A little bit earlier, like I said, than what we had planned, ladies and gents. But the reason why we went live was because all 3 aircraft were going up. So these particular 3 aircraft, tell us the connection that you got here at Aero Legends.
As you saw, the Tiger Moth, the Harvard and the Spitfire, that is some of the aircraft we operate and run. We also operate a...
Stand by. What's that, Jilly? Is there? Okay. Yeah, are you all good? My apologies. Sorry. Sorry, carry on.
Right, you saw the 3 aircraft which went up earlier on, the Tiger Moth, the Harvard and the Spitfire. There's some of the aircraft which we operate. We also operate the C-47 Dakotas, which we currently operate 2 of those, where we do the round canopy parachute drops out of those. But then obviously the main 3 you saw disc up a minute ago, we tried to do the ultimate Spitfire experience, so what the pilots would experience during the Battle of Britain. So starting off on the Tiger Moths, doing a certain amount of hours at Harvard, then going on to do the Spitfires or Hurricanes. That's what we tried to do.
Yeah, because the Tiger Moth was a training aircraft for these pilots in the war, weren't
That's
they?
correct, yeah.
Yeah, and the Spitfire that you're running, obviously, as everybody can see, it's a twin-seater.
It is, yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't built as a twin-seater. Was it converted?
It was converted. It was converted back in 2016. It originally was a single-seater. It was with 411 Royal Canadian Air Force, actually based at Staplehurst, so not too far from here. She's got 2 confirmed kills, which after D-Day, and then sadly she got shot down herself, and she ended up in a museum until she got put back into airworthy condition again.
Wow, that's incredible. So in terms of when you say she got shot down, did she crash land, so to speak?
I'm not entirely sure on that one, but Fokker Wolf 190. Sorry, got that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Over the UK?
Over Normandy.
Over Normandy?
Over Normandy. After the D-Day landings, she got 2 109s, and then about a couple of days later she got shot down herself by a Fokker Wolf 190.
Wow! And just give do you know the reg of it when it was operational?
At the time, I think it was November Hotel 431.
November Hotel 431. I guarantee you, within about 5 minutes, someone on our feed is going to say, Normandy Beach. She was dug up from the sand. Blah 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 blah. But wonderful. That's great. So heritage then with that Spitfire. Tell us about the Harvard.
The Harvard, basically, she's a obviously American converted trainer, which basically I'm not too sure about the history, but she was after the war. Done a bit of time in the Middle East, done a couple of Air Force out there, got brought back into civilian life, and we've been operating there for a few years now.
Wow, and you've got a gentleman who's come here today, and I guess this happens quite a lot, but he's doing all 3 experiences.
That's correct, yeah. He's done 45 minutes this morning on the Tiger Moth, he's done 45 minutes in Harvard, and he's going to do 40 minutes later on in the Spitfire over Kent. Wow.
And I believe both the Spitfire and the Harvard do the Dover, the White Cliffs of Dover?
They do, yeah. From Headcorn, it's about 7 minutes straight over to Cape of Ferns, over the Battle of Britain Memorial. And then after that, they'll turn left, go over the White Cliffs of Dover, round the coast, and then come back, and you'll see them later on do the victory rolls over the skies of Kent.
Wow, fantastic. We will see that happen on when he comes back. So in terms of, I mean, I know we probably do have to mention it, but with the whole COVID thing, I can see quite clearly that you're taking the precautions that you need
That's
to take
correct, yeah.
For looking after the customers when they arrive, right the way through their whole experience.
That's correct, yeah. Every time every customer arrives, between each flight, we're completely cleaning the aircraft completely down, where the passengers sit, making sure you've got complete new microphone booms. We're all wearing face coverings before we're strapping in passengers to protect COVID for themselves and us. And like I said, all the aircraft are getting completely cleaned down every flight and at each end of the day.
And you've got a great little hut here, but that as well has got some history to it.
It has. It was up in one of the RAF bases up in the Middle East, the middle of England, and it's obviously got brought back down here. This to try and recreate that authentic 1940s scramble hut and everything like this. And our second airfield, North Weald, they're doing the same thing at the moment. The old squadron.
And there's even, I believe, somebody's written their name in the ceiling here as well, in pencil.
Somewhere, if you can find it, or if they can show you where it is, and then they'll be able to show you.
So, in terms of Headcorn itself, in terms of its history during the war,
it was known as RAF Lashington. So it was in the hands of the US Air Force, where you had P-51 Mustangs and P-47 Thunderbolts who operate from here.
Wow! So they would have been escorts for the bombers.
That's correct. Yep.
And also fighters, I guess, during the Battle of Britain as well.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
If
Although P-51s, I think were
they came in after the Battle of Britain.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But right, okay. So I believe we're going to speak with Chris in a little bit. But for the time being, I'm going to do some comments and chat. But
just want to look above. You can see the parachute start to come down out as well.
There we go. Yeah, thanks,
even
mate.
better.
Cheers. Right. Speak to you in a bit. Cheers. Okay, folks. GP, everything all right on the mic? Yeah. Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, because I had the. I'm just trying to difficult with this tiny little monitor. Yeah, that might have been something to do with it. Can't see these guys. Just trying to find my. So these are obviously experienced parachutists, and are they part of a display team or anything like that?
They're part of the Headcorn Parachute Club.
Okay.
They've done a turnout jump, and then obviously they paid to come down that sky.
Wow. Do they ever trail colours or anything like that?
I can't answer the question.
Yeah.
They do offer tandem flights here.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do tandem. At the moment, I think people pay with their own gear, people are really accepting from so
yeah, of course. Sound. So this is about a 20-minute. They're out for about 20 minutes, is it? Wow. Okay, I need to get myself in position for that. Get ready for it. Because there we go. And he's going to taxi right past our position here as well, isn't he?
He's coming from the city, coming that direction.
Yeah.
Do the roll, then we'll be doing a right-hand circuit, wheels down, and come in final base. The chap who's up in the aircraft, get some photos and he'll come in.
I see. Okay. So this is the sort of thing that we can expect. This is one of the little. parked up over there. Of course, there is the museum. Sorry?
Where the Aero Legends, see the grey building area?
Yes.
That's our office.
Yeah.
To the left of it's
Yes. It's a great little museum, all run by volunteers, I guess. So flying school here as well. Quite a busy flying school by the looks of it as well.
wing walkers here as well.
Wow. When you say there's wing walkers here, is that wing walkers who are paying for the
They
experience?
pay for the experience.
Really?
Yeah, literally.
Wow.
The wing walk company, people pay, and they do a couple of circuits, about 10 minutes airborne over the back.
Wow, that's got to be a crazy experience. Bit of a crab on this guy. Keep looking at the tail of that, thinking Emirates. Not quite the 2020 Expo livery on it. Wow, it's beautiful, man. First in the Harvard. So Spitfire in first, yeah? Oh, I just hope I can pick him up. Parky's just called up, has he? Straight on the dot.
Just above the tree.
Oh, I got him. I think I got him, mate. But it's just picking it up with this little... I can see him. This is a challenge, this is. Little dot, big sky. Can't even, because I've got the sun behind me, I can't even see if the thing's including focus. Okay, so if I can pick that V up, then I can pick him up slightly to the right there. Should start to see him approaching. Yeah, I've got him. Just need to make sure that I'm tracking. victory roll. How about that? Wow. Never get bored of that sound. Brilliant. What an incredible thing to... I mean, you know, an aircraft that fought in the war, man, to still be flying. There's our man, Chris. Obviously, with his... Okay. How long have you been with Aero Legends then, Barry?
Over 3 years.
Right, okay. What were you doing before? Is it...
We do this voluntary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, voluntary.
Okay, so you joined the team officially 3 years ago.
That's correct.
Wow, fantastic. Always into historic stuff? Or
Yes, definitely.
as a kid and all that?
Definitely, yeah. My dad works Aero Legends as well.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, well, there we go.
So you
Yeah,
know
kind
that.
of makes sense, really, doesn't it? So I know what you're discussing around the dinner table at night then.
Oh, we don't live together, so that's
Oh, no. Right, there we go. Yeah, of course. Well, when you're out and about at a restaurant or whatever. Fantastic. And of course, you mentioned earlier on you had the honour of flying with Parky, the pilot in the Spitfire today, down from Duxford. Wow. What a and you did a couple of loops or
roll, picture
Couple of-
roll. Yeah, it is.
that must be fantastic. I'm guessing in a smaller aircraft you must have much more of an impression of speed, you know, than you do, because the wind literally rushing past you and everything.
That's the target I'm forward up.
Okay.
Wing check, you can see how it's such a great design. It picks everything up quite tilted, but then you can see why she's so elegant.
Yeah. It's just a shame the guy who designed it never got a chance to see it fly.
That's a shame. We've got a second Spitfire coming in for Parky tonight as well.
Yes,
Gilly's coming tonight.
Yeah.
So then tomorrow, some weather. Hopefully we can get quite a lot of flying done in the morning. In the afternoon, not worried about 2 ship, something good, 3 ship formations.
Really? So you go out 2 ships?
Sometimes you can 3 ships.
Wow.
We sometimes use a hurricane as well. People go up in our Devon, they fly along, do fly with, so they take the flight. Tiger Moth is just come over the top of the Cess over the back and the Devon.
Oh, I gotcha. I see them. Yeah. No mistaking that biplane. I mean, that's got some history with it as well, isn't it? That Tiger Moth.
Built
Built
in 34.
in 34. Wow. Insane.
That's what Cam Leader when it started going up in the ball with the Gatwick coming up and actually started training then.
Really?
Not much cheaper now with the harbour.
Of course, the cockpit of the Spitfires are a lot tighter than the Harvard, I guess.
But yeah, you can tell it's an American build the harbour. Yeah, it's just
Big, everything big.
typical American
Yeah,
aircraft.
massive, great big, like radial engine and everything. Yeah. Okay, here we go with our Tiger Moth. See if we can pick him up. Okay, I need my point of reckoning, which is going to be around about there, and there she is. Now she's not going to be doing a victory roll. Not that she's not capable of it, of course. This must be a lot more agile to fly, I'd imagine. Harder to land as well.
Last Spitfire passenger, 92-year-old, and done a
Wow, 92. He's good for 92, isn't he? Wow. Does he have any history in terms of, like, you know, did he fly or?
I'm not sure. I believe he's ex-Navy, but
is it?
You can see good old Charlie Brown with his cap on with Ben now.
Yeah, Charlie Brown. What route does the Tiger Moth take, or is it random or?
It really depends how long the passenger's up there for.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I see. GP, you copy? Is he there? Ah, look, engine test. Just wanted to give him a shout out. He's there. Really? Got Harvard, yeah? Oh. Oh, I got him. Yeah. Is he there? Might have already changed to YouTube. Oh, that's tricky. Was it Tim? Was it Nick? Or was it Nick or Tim? Yes. Yeah. We were half an hour. We were 20 minutes. Yeah. I was going to do a roll. Okay, let me just see if I can find him. Should be just coming out of that. Out there. Is he? Yeah. There he is. Of course, the Harvard was a training aircraft as well. Loop. Thought he was going to do a roll, he's done the loop. Fair play. This is a low pass, is it? Going to the sun. Got him. Good with signal, GP. Good with signal, yeah? Everything right? Good. Or push me out of the plane. Highest bidder gets to push. Oh, for God's sake. What, me salmon trousers. Now this is of course not a,
Sorry.
This is not a converted aircraft, this is as it would have been with the twin-seater for the training, I guess.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah. Corsair look about it. Fantastic. Fantastic. All three back safe. Right. Okay, so Okay, GP. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on static. Is it all right to leave it here as it is? I'll be back. We should be able to put this straight on here. Now, what I'm going to do is grab that in a second. Back there. Okay, just check your feet, Jilly. Just check your feet because the bag's going mobile now. All good? All good? Yeah? All good? Okay, moving now. Okay, folks. So just to give you a little idea of what's going on now. Actually, Barry, perhaps you could help me. We've got this gentleman, as we mentioned earlier on. He's been on the Tiger Moth and the Harvard, which we saw just now.
Yeah, that's correct.
And now he's heading out in the Spitfire.
That's correct. He's final flight for the day.
Okay, so and here he is now. So let's just document that, shall we? As Parky. Okay, GP, let's go. Yes. Okay. Now let's just strapping him in. This is familiar with this place after having been up to the site.
With the big movement to take that traction landing on the rudder, you might even do like the side of this, it's a bit dusty. Just let your legs go, get your legs, and let them do whatever they want. Don't quite pass on the pedals, just go with it. Let your legs do whatever they want. They'll be perfectly fine. I think, yeah. So he's, yeah, so that's all fine. Next thing is the seat operation. So if you like to reach down there, you find this like handbrake thing down, yeah, just like in a car. So that's it. Go all the way down and then come all the way back up for me. So it's quite a long throw on there. The top position is more, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that, if you can't see it level with the top of that, you haven't got the seat high enough. That's your normal flying position, and you should be able to see forward and see the mirror there as well. You can use that to intercom tails when you're using as well. So that's the seat operation. So if you want to slowly bring it down for me, all the way to the bottom, I'll show you how the canopy works. Okay, so if I cut the door shut for that, it's going to be shut the whole way. And that's the winder for the canopy. So if you want to wind it forwards and clockwise, all the way shut basically, just get the feel of it. That's it. Keep going. That's it. And if you come back to about here, Alistair, that's it. Brilliant. If you stop there, if you look above your head, remember what that's from the video? That's right. We'll come back to that. So wind it all the way back again for me. Okay, so we've looked at the rudders, the seat operation, also the canopy operation. We should say the canopy always stays closed. You mustn't open the canopy during flight. Don't open it until you're on the ground and Parky gives you the say-so. Okay. So it's got to be closed during takeoff and landing, as well as during the flight as well. The front canopy can stay open, but the back one has to be shut. Okay. Okay. So happy so far?
Yep.
Okay, picture of the structure in then. Looking all the way through there. Hang on this side. Yeah, you might be fishing when you're stopping it. Pull that through. That's it. Brilliant. Lovely. So it reach down between the legs and grab these two legs up. Just a bit noisy. Difficult enough to hear with all these masks on and stuff anyway. Yeah. So, want to go at those two ends, Alistair. Just push straight down towards the floor. That's it. Get those really tight. If you have to jump, you'll be sitting in those two loops. You don't want to be falling out the bottom of the parachute.
Right.
Yeah, I'll almost voice up and outside, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. That's it. Last one is the right, there we go. That's it. Brilliant. Hang that up. Give these a pull as well.
It's commonly known as the six-pack on the instrument panel. You see that, folks?
1, 2, 3 with a parachute. Comfy?
Yep.
Well,
Flying panel.
Right, so the next thing then is the actual harness itself. So, two laps for that. First one. There. And grab the second. Just going to move the button slightly to the right. And just give it a bit more room when you sit on the track. To move the button. Bring your left arm down. That's it. This is the worst of the day. Start to do this once. That's where you're going to go. Yeah. Yeah, there's no They will lose them a little bit during the flight, so I have almost a bit tight now, but it will lose them a bit. Right, so cover 6, 1, 2, 3 with the parachute, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the harness, so that's you in. Normal flying position is exactly as you are, hands on your flat is fine, particularly about airfield level flight. Then take off and landing will be up in the summit and so that there in level flight. You're holding with that hot or something like that. If there's any problems with the radio, you can't hear Parky. If you're a little shake on the stick, he'll shake it and then you can do hand signals to each other. The biggest you in that window. Right. So you can give him thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever is appropriate. I'm sure he'll be fine. It's just on the off chance that he'll go straight. You're going to have a great view forward once the tail comes up. If you're looking at that, you can taxi out, take your seat up, the door wheels will be closed, so you taxi out like that, and when you get to the end of the runway, Parky will say lower the seat, wind the canopy shut, and then bring the seat back up again. He'll tell you haven't got to remove it. Happy with that? Okay, safety briefing, you saw the video. All you've got to remember really is the cockpit will jump up front, get that car, seat down, canopy off, and we go. Seat down, canopy off, and we go. And then get out, close the door, flat, and go down the cockpit. Don't come around, get out the door, get out the car, don't come on the cockpit. Before you get out the
Open the audio, GP.
Well, I just tell Alison I'm going to move. Alison's just going to move the stick. So that's me moving the stick.
Yeah.
Stick's going to move again, Alistair. And the stick's going to come back into your lap now. Here come the rudder pedals. Thanks, Warren. You felt the rudder pedals move, Alistair?
Yeah.
That was perfect. You've got jelly legs. You haven't got Douglas father. So you've passed that test. Yeah, and just keeping your heels on the tubes is absolutely perfect. Are you you're happy with the seat up and down?
Yes.
Happy closing the canopy?
Yeah.
I'll remind you when to do it. So we'll do it just before we take off.
Okay.
I'll tell you seat down, canopy closed, seat back up. That's your work done.
Right, lovely.
Just quickly around the cockpit, you've got the throttle here.
Yep.
So that's clearly going to move as we fly. Obviously try and avoid knocking that. By your left knee, there's a black lever there. That controls the pitch of the propeller. So it's a variable pitch propeller. At the moment we're in fine pitch, but as we fly I'll be coarsening the propeller off. So that will move that lever.
Right.
It governs the RPM is how it works. But you leave your leg against it. If you just feel it move, that's completely normal.
Okay.
Around the cockpit, kind of the same as you've seen in the Tiger Moth and the Harvard. Similar sort of layout. Altitude is like a clock. When the little one's at 2, we're 2,000. Airspeeds in miles an hour. We'll be able at about 100, climb at 180, and we'll cruise down to Hastings and various places. In a dive, we'll get up to sort of 280, even 300 miles an hour. She's incredibly fast. Flying instruments, when you fly it, or just generally, just the best view is looking out the window. And when you fly it, don't stare at the artificial horizon, stare at the real horizon. It's far more accurate.
Right.
And once I get the tail up on takeoff, you'll find you've got a great view forward over my head. You've got the engine instruments down there on the right, oil pressure, boost essentially is throttle position setting, and then engine RPM I mentioned before. I'll be controlling that with the pitch of the propeller. The stick, at the moment, the stick flops forward because I haven't got any wind on the elevator, we're not flying. Once we're airborne and I trim the Spitfire out, the stick will stay there. And the Spitfire, like the Harvard, it will fly itself, like the Tiger Moth. And then it's a little bit different because it's got the spade grip, but left is left, right she'll roll to the right, but in pitch it's very delicate, far more so than the Harvard and the Tiger. You just get a feel, and if you look out the window whilst you do it, it's so immediate, it's like driving a car, you'll feel it immediately.
Right.
And that's it.
And that.
Yeah, if you press that button, you'll hear a little machine gun noise in your ears. If you keep the mic nice and close to your lip, you've got a new one on there, that just really helps the comms, and we'll have fun.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Leave the best till last then.
Sorry?
Leave the best till last.
Absolutely. Looking forward to this.
A little bit faster than the Tiger Moth and the Harvard. A beautiful day for it though.
Isn't it just?
Lovely puffy clouds. That's what the Spitfire likes to play with.
Just half expect a couple of ME109s to come flying at you.
Be nice
the
with
fire
it.
button here.
Unfortunately, they've removed the guns.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you good? You good? Okay. Audio good? Audio good? So just the Harvard and the Spit going out this time then, yeah? Any idea of the length of flight of that one, Barry? Okay, both of them, yeah? 40. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we better do some walking around there, haven't we? Let's go and have a little look around this Dispersal's hut. Is it? It's called. Yeah,
Hut, yeah.
Indeed it is. Yeah. Good man. Thanks, Barry. Okay, folks. So, if you're into your historic stuff and you know about your Battle of Britain, especially, you will know about the Dispersal's hut. Very famous ring. Don't come and tell, ring the bell like hell, or whatever it is that they used to have outside the bell, standard bell outside the Dispersal hut. But let's go and have a word with Chris. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll walk around and see what greets you when you walk into the Aero Legends hut. Come to see you in a minute, Chris. Come and see you in a minute. Whose party's oh, it's me. Okay. So as you walk in, ladies and gents, this is what greets you. Aero Legends Dispersal hut. But it's not that. Aero Legends Dispersal. So, Washington. Original name of the airfield. So, just gonna have a quick word with him.
We don't do a tie on t-shirt, but you wear tie? Do you wear tie at all? Not anymore. You wear cufflinks?
Nicely laid out. Scribbling up on the. So this is basically being picked up and moved here from up north. This is a prop, folks, believe it or not, of one of the Spits that did a wheels up landing. Not sure of the exact history on it, but it was one of their Spitfires. That's the upside down bottom of a Merlin engine, oil sump. And this is what happens to the inside of an engine when you do when you have a. We've discussed this in the past about the wooden props and the fact that a wooden prop will obviously save the internal components of an engine, because the prop will break, as opposed to if you have an alloy prop, it will make a mincemeat of the internals of an engine. And if you're lucky, you'll have something left, which is this is by the looks of it from an aircraft that's crashed. So that's a recovered part of a recovered Merlin engine. If you're familiar with your museums, you will see that there are many museums around the country, because there were many crash sites of Spitfires, Hurricanes, Messerschmitts, so on and so forth, German and British aircraft that came down during the Battle of Britain. These things obviously dug up from a great depth, believe it or not, 20, 30 feet down. Merlin engine can, if it's coming in from a dizzy height, they can bury themselves 20, 30 feet into the ground, which is why a lot of them were never found and still have never been found, especially in Germany as well. But anyway, yes, beautifully restored, some fantastic paintings. which you can buy whilst you're down here. Fantastic on there. Beautiful picture, signed picture. Obviously on their way out for a night raid. And a coffee machine.
Right.
Fantastic. Some German history. And we see the Dakota here. These guys at Aero Legends actually have a couple of Dakotas on their fleet, which we'll probably talk about that in a little bit. Look at that, the RAF badge there as well, which is authentic RAF badge, as we see. And that's a dogfight going on right there. So great, beautiful. Comfy waiting area. Briefing room. Look at this, folks. Who wants this as a coffee table? Not so, rather large house. That's a. What's that? That was the. He said if you can pick it up, you can take it home. So if you want to come here, folks, you can come here. Just relax. Looks like a lot of people with their families come here, visit either the airfield just to relax. There's a little cafeteria just down past that hangar there. It's, just arrived. So, experience. Okay, so I'll just read this out for you folks. This dispersal hut has been relocated by Aero Legends from RAF Bridge North. RAF Bridge North was a Royal Air Force station created after the outbreak of World War II on the 6th of November 1939 at Stanmore to the east of Bridge North, Shropshire, England. However, as RAF Stanmore Park already existed in Middlesex, it was named RAF Bridge North. Okay, what's that? Bridge North. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're all good? You're all good on audio? Just check. Yeah, I can hear that. Okay. Okay. Okay, the site was used for training. Okay, well, that's, yeah. I mean, I have got the mic. I mean, if I take the mic, I can.
Yes. 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to be shouting and screaming. You know, it was also a reception centre for forces. I've just taken the handheld mic out, and I'm using the camera mic. Can you check that? Check. And yes, I am being respectful for people around me. I'm not going to be shouting and screaming. The site was used for training the WAF, Women's Auxiliary Air Force, that is, airmen and air crew during the Second World War. It was also a reception centre for forces personnel returning from Dunkirk, which included Czech, Dutch and French forces too. Aero Legends are in the process of sympathetically restoring this building to act as their customer reception, expected to be completed in late summer 2017. So obviously that has been long gone and done. I think that's the heart of it, isn't it? See, it's picking up on handheld at the moment, folks. So trying to pick him up. There he is. So this is a short flight for this chap. I'm handheld. Now that's a moustache. Oh, there we go. Nick, was it Nick? Nick Emery, yeah? Sorry. Okay. Not Dick Emery, Nick Emery, yeah? Oh, you are awful. Yeah. Nick, yeah. Great to meet you, Nick. Thank you so much for coming over and saying hello. Appreciate that. I believe he's just switched to YouTube as well. So, okay.
Shane, we can't shake your hands.
No,
Yeah, but you can wave at each other. We can do this. Yeah, you can wave, isn't it?
Got a couple of minutes for a quick word, Chris?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, what you've witnessed, do you want to do it here?
Yeah, we can go outside if you like. Well, tell us about the whole sort of like procedure as people come through the door here.
Okay, well, generally,
Let's get you in the light because there we go.
generally as people arrive, they come into the compound area and into what is effectively a wonderfully rebuilt World War II dispersal hut. Came down from RAF Bridge North and was set up and done as our presentation hut. So I'll welcome them in, check them in, get their details, sign the disclaimer forms for Tiger Moths and such things as the Harvard, the T6, and then the Spitfire guests will be taken through into the delivery room in there where we'll do them a safety briefing and they fill out their disclaimer forms that will kit them up with boots, overalls, helmets, gloves, all the protective gear required if you're flying in a effectively ex-World War II fighter.
Yes.
And actually what you've seen today, I think, is the delivery of exactly that, because all the pilots during the war learnt to fly in a Tiger Moth. They were then shipped off to either the States, where there was no war at the time, or Canada or South Africa, to learn to fly a monoplane, which was the Harvard T6. Again, dual controls. And then they'd come back and they'd go on to either the Spitfire, the Hurricane, single-seat fighters, or onto bombers. So it was straight from a two-seat onto a single seat in a lot of cases. And that's what you've witnessed today, because you've seen all those aeroplanes. And in fact, one of the guys we're going to talk to later has done exactly that, what we call the ultimate package. So he's done the Tiger Moth flight today, he's done the Harvard, and he's currently up in the Spitfire. So he's going to come back with a grin absolutely from ear to ear.
Yes, indeed.
Having done the whole thing. And if you think about it, where are we? We are in 11 group airspace, and it was 11 group that took the brunt of the Battle of Britain. A grass strip, a World War II dispersal hut, 11 group airspace. Where are they going to go? And what does the Spitfire it sort of brings on those feelings, doesn't it? You think White Cliffs are over. We're down at the White Cliffs in 8 minutes. We fly beautifully and we'll do a roll. Pilots will roll them over the Spitfire Memorial at Capel de Fern, so they see the great big propeller on top of the cliffs. Do a roll around the cliffs, back here, and then they'll loop or barrel roll them over the airfield, right in front of their family. What an experience. And what you see is that they were grinning when they got into the Spitfire. It'll be ear to ear when they get out of the Spitfire.
Wonderful.
It's a wonderful thing, you see people walking here with a grin of anticipation, and they walk out, here's what, couldn't have a better job in the world.
So in terms of maintaining the aircraft, it must be a very strict regime in terms of maintenance. I noticed that the Spit, you're not running it more or less at full power other than at takeoff.
Yeah.
He pulls the throttle right back.
Yeah, well, he has a certain amount of boost on when he's taking off, but that takes the boost off pretty soon, and you hear it as he's going away. But yeah, there's a very strict maintenance routine on the aeroplanes. The Spitfires are maintained up at Duxford by ARC, and they look after probably 90% of the flying Spitfires around at the time, so they know their stuff. And our own Aero Legends Vintage Aero look after the Harvard and the Tiger Moth and the rest of our fleet, because we have a fleet of aircraft. We've got another Tiger Moth, we've got the Jackaroo, we have the Prentice, the only flying Prentice, which is quite something when you see that one flying.
Yes.
And a couple of DC-3s, which we've also got.
And the Spitfire that we're seeing today has actually got some real heritage as well, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yes. She was involved in
Car keys.
your car keys.
Sending something warmer.
Okay, could you just bear with me a second?
I've got a sketch. Is that the one?
Hard candle and soft candle for Charles to try and
Can you grab them in the back cupboard and just do some chatting? Sorry about that.
That's right.
That's operations.
Yeah.
That's how.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
So where were we? We were talking about the heritage that she has. Yeah, she was involved in Normandy, and she shot down 2 109s before, a fortnight later, being ambushed herself by a Wolf 190 and shot down herself. Left on the beaches, as was the case in those days.
Yes.
And,
So she's just submerged into the sand over the years.
but of course as the tide went out, she'd be there, and the French recovered her from the beach and put her in a museum. Eventually she was recovered by Keith at Aero Legends, brought her back home, restored her into a 2-seat configuration. She is now in the T9. And in fact the whole history is in one of the books that was written about her. There's operations in
There we go, there we go. Yeah, so great chat, Chris. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate your time and your knowledge. Oh yeah. We'll have a quick word with Parky.
Have a word with Parky and Alistair when he's come back, because of course Alistair has done the whole experience.
Yes, most definitely. I want to be out there ready.
Smiling.
Yeah. We'll have a go.
Okay, lovely.
Good stuff. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you, sir. Okay, that was all good. Okay, GP. Are you there, Gilly? Oh, Gilly. Gilly.
Chris, how long is it?
Oh, right. Okay. What's my? I've got 40% on that. Still got a little bit of a few minutes left. I'll tell you what I'm going to need to do is, if people can bear with me for a couple of minutes, I'm going to put that. I am going to put that back in there now because I can talk louder now. Are you all right with that? Everybody all right with that? Let me just check, because what I want to do is just quickly nip in the back of the van and get myself this is of course live TV, folks. My apologies for this. Need to get myself a charger so that I can put the phone, give the phone a little bit of juice. For those folks wondering what's happening this weekend, I can tell you that tomorrow will be tomorrow we will be finding out what's happening in terms of our streaming tomorrow. But what most definitely Sunday, we've got some stuff coming into East Midlands, which is obviously going to be quite exciting. But then on Monday, we're looking at possibly doing some stuff airside at EMA. So make sure you stay tuned, as always, with your app for updates. And of course, if I can help in terms of updating you on that one, I will do. Oh, hello, mate, Vince G.
How you doing?
I'm well, sir. How are you doing? We're live now.
Good. Yes,
how are you?
I've been on. Yeah, really good. My girlfriend's in Ashford, so we come down here quite a lot.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
So, I didn't know anything was happening.
No,
today, but,
no, it was just a spur of the moment thing, really. It was going to be a recce, but we want a sticker, mate.
Oh, please, yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, we come
Vince
over here
G.
quite a lot.
Wow, yeah, it's Vince G. Gilly.
More often than not, you get a Spitfire going up.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
So,
There you go, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
Last one at Schiphol.
Oh yeah, it was cool, wasn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. Look after yourself. Thanks, Vince. See you on the feed, yeah? Cheers, mate. Is that your lad there, is it? Oh. All right, mate. Do you want a sticker, fella? Oh, young lad here by himself, isn't he? You can stick it where you like, mate. Stick it on your phone. There you go, son.
Thank you.
Pleasure, mate. Good lad. Take it easy.
Thank you.
See you later. Bless him. Okay, here we go. Right, shouldn't be that much longer now before we're back with. Okay, can you just check your audio? Chili? Audio good? Oh, sorry. Someone else shouting for me. You all right, mate? What's that, fella? Oh, do you? Oh, okay, man. Oh, have you? You've been with us for a year, have you? Okay, man. Do you want a sticker, mate? Okay. I definitely need a sticker dispenser, like a Paz dispenser on the side of my van. But there we go. There you go. You're live on Big Jet TV. Please do not swear.
No, mate. Thank you very much.
All right, mate. Take it easy. See you later. Drive safe. See you. Bye bye. Okay. On with the show. See you later, man. Okay. Right. Okay. Just double check. Check. Audio good, GP? Happy? Okay. Right. So, an authentic dispersal hut, ladies and gentlemen. Ring that bell and run like hell. There's young Ben over there. Oh yeah, okay. Lock Chilly in the van. Oh right, yeah. Okay, so there's a man doing his pre-flight checks with. Should we go and see if we can? Ben, can I get out there to the Tiger Moth, mate, please? Thank you. Oh, right now. Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Okay, folks, we're just going to have a little look at this Tiger Moth. What a beautiful little aeroplane, look.
And then elsewise, I think we want to head off down towards Rye, to rest down towards Rye, find the sounds, and then just play it by ear and nip back across whenever we're ready.
Yeah.
Sound alright? I just have a delightful little float in a tiger. Would you like to fly the airplane?
Very basic controls on this one.
In terms of the rudder wants to overbalance, the ailerons, then well, I want one fine aileron roller. The trim,
So what I'm hearing is she's quite a twitchy. She's quite a sensitive old girl. Look at those cable controls, man. Look at that cable actuated. It's nuts, isn't it? Look at that. That's what our big old aeroplanes used to be like, folks. Cable controlled before they went to
70 miles, 65, 70 miles. That's all the road you get to get take off on 2.8 and land 2.1, which looks terrible because it looks like it's not a runway at all. If you call that a runway, it's about that long. Because they have little drag marks, so you're coming in 55 knots, you round out, you go tiny round out, drag takes effect, the rocket coasters. That's it. So that would be it's charming old thing. I mean, you know, normally it's a bit nice sort of even flight. But exactly, which is why I wanted to do it. Right. Well, you've not flown this before, though? Not this particular time. I've flown Tigers, and things, but a lot of my time I spend with Mr. Supermarine's kit. It's very nice. Spoils you. Springs and we'll go into the hangar and return, Charlie. You take it to the hangar, okay? And she's full of fuel, Martin. Yeah.
Old technology.
Brake isn't on there, so just be a bit careful on the steps.
Inside there, lots of space, lots of room. We'll put in the B-17 Flying Fortress, believe it or not, those units, and the Corsairs and the type of radio, not specifically that particular mark or make, but very much the same. Hopefully we're doing something with the Flying Fortress, Sally B, in the months to come. Well, before winter anyway, let's hope. It's hopeful that we might see at least one more air show here in the UK before winter sets in. So what I need to do, I'm guessing, is I need to get been much longer before the Spit gets back. 10 minutes, something like that. Okay, I'm going to get myself back to position. Is it? It's on radar, is it? Wow. How cool is that? Beautiful rolling hills of Kent, folks. Well, not so much the rolling hills, but the Garden of England, I think they call it. Oh, here she comes. Sugar lumps. Here she is now. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this completely handheld. Oh, big old loop. Well, not a loop, but a barrel roll. Victory roll. So difficult in the sun. So difficult in the sun. That 40 minutes went quick, didn't it? Right. Okay. So the plan is to get, nearly said Blakey then, it's Parky innit? I'll have you, Butler. Parky mic'd up, just check that I've got everything that I need.
Yeah, you literally come into the right, stand.
That's it there. Stand by.
Yeah.
There we are. No, it's not. It's my bleeding keys. So I tell you where that is. It's here. GP, keep an eye on the feet, please. There it is. Okay, we got it. We're good. Okay. Now let me see if I can do this transition real quick. I'm going with the lavalier mic. Can we just check your audio? Just check. Stand by. Okay, we're checking audio now because we've switched. Right, there we go. Okay, I've got it. Okay. Yeah, because this is the one that we've got a bit. Yeah, okay, gotcha. If we can, let's go and get the reaction. Good GP, audio check. I can pull the plug if I need to. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Parky.
Pleasure. Brilliant. Whoop. What a perfect day of flying.
How was that?
I can't hear a word you're saying.
How was that?
Oh, unbelievable. Best thing. It was better than I thought it would be. You know, and I've thought about this a lot. My God, that's brilliant.
So, I mean, a completely different experience from the Tiger Moth, even the Harvard.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it just get faster and faster. And did the loop, did everything.
So when you went from the Tiger Moth to the Harvard, it must have felt really fast, really different.
Really different. And as I said, this is just.
But then from the Harvard to this,
I can't
chalk and
explain
cheese.
how good it is. I didn't want it to end. It was obviously a great pilot as well.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic, wonderful, great smile. That's what we like to see.
Good eyes. I'll be smiling all the way home, I think. It's a long way.
Fantastic, thank you.
Right, well, shall we get Alistair? Your time is up, my friend.
Let's come back to another one.
Yeah, you know what?
Why not?
It's past all expectations, that.
Nothing else like it.
It definitely isn't.
Alistair flew it from Hastings to Folkestone, all by himself.
Really? I wanted to let him drive my
He was my autopilot. He did great because it's just, you know, guiding it. We played with some clouds, you know, those puffy clouds, and you know, he was just, it's surreal almost. You know, you're flying a Spitfire amongst the clouds.
Well, I know
Brilliant.
it's completely safe with all the aerobatics and stuff. It's not a problem. What you have to bear in mind is this is a eye to it. It's not a
GP, you copy?
very, very strong aircraft.
Okay, I've just gone to the camera mic.
Get out. One hand here, one hand.
Because I'm just going to mic
That's it.
Parky up.
When you did it upright, just
Parky, can I just give you that to clip onto your?
Yeah.
Make sure you don't touch any of the buttons. There we go.
Pleasure. Genuine pleasure.
Absolutely brilliant.
I was just saying how you flew it from Hastings to Folkestone.
Yeah.
And there was a disbelief, I think, wasn't there?
Well, I was just saying that. I wanted to let you drive my car and then.
And we did the loop as well. And that. We did turbo.
And a victory roll. Yeah, a victory roll with the white cliffs of Dover underneath us. It's beautiful. So you're looking sort of towards the sunset and the white cliffs. And it is, I mean, it's almost magical, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was clear as you like,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
And, you know,
Lucky.
80 years ago, the sky would have been full of, you know, these aircraft, full of Germans. You know, we were at the height of the Battle of Britain. And to do a victory roll in the 80th year, it's just magical. It's something so special about it. So thank you,
So you
Alistair.
can see
Thank you.
why that won Battle of Britain.
Oh, yeah.
No, I really do.
It's delight. It's just the most magical machine ever built. There you go.
Unbelievable.
done it.
That's fantastic.
Wonderful. And you were live.
Yeah, the CIA make us do that.
I need that on you because we're going to do a little walk around. Oh,
Okay, yeah, I'm going to wander in now because we're going to get the next one. Yeah, absolutely. Let's
Okay.
let those guys do it. Yeah, give you that.
okay. Fantastic.
I want to take your hand back.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Okay. We've got another one going out. So sticking with the proprietary mic GP. It sounded fine. Okay, so but.
No, that's it. You have an expectation of something that's going to be that amazing, and it's fantastic.
Go
Massively.
over the memorial.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the victory roll. That one there. Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what I need to do. I need to give this guy my card so that he can email me, and then I can cut him a piece of the aircraft taking off, because otherwise he won't know where it is, will he?
Take a look for your throat. How are these kids? And out in them. Yeah. Yeah. With message this fire, yeah. I was trying to see behind them. You can't really see. They weren't operating, were they? Yeah. I thought that was the last one, is that? That's really good.
Okay. Still okay, GP? Still everything all right?
Psycho RAF. We got over there and I thought, I don't want to strain now.
Give me your, if you email me, or just go to Big Jet TV later on, you'll be able to see yourself taking off and landing and coming past.
Watching it live.
Sorry?
They sent me the link, they're watching it live.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay, you don't need my card then, do you? But they, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, they've watched it live, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I need
fantastic.
to say hello to
Send
them.
you loads of videos, but it's of a TV screen.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's fantastic.
It's
Wow.
all gone live on Facebook, has it?
It's on YouTube and Facebook, yeah, around the world right
So will I
now.
be able to look retrospectively then? Or?
Yes, yeah, just go to Big Jet TV and then you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, I was watching you when you remember it was windy just before lockdown and all the jets were coming into Heathrow.
Oh, yeah, Storm Kiara, yeah,
That's
or
the
Kira,
one,
oh, yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
friend of mine who's watching it, he's ex-RAF.
Oh, really?
And he used to look after the Red Arrows, I think. So he's very jealous. Very, very jealous.
I can imagine. Yeah, you can dine out on this one for quite some time,
I'm
yeah?
going to, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got goosebumps from you explaining your experience. You know, it's crazy.
And you fly over the Battle of Britain Memorial at Cape Fern as well. So
Yeah,
fly over
yeah.
that memorial in the 80th year of the Battle
Yeah.
of Britain in a Spitfire.
Yeah,
And then the White Cliffs
Yeah.
of Dover.
yeah, yeah.
It's the same view they would have had 80 years ago.
Yeah, and a welcoming view as well when they were
Yes,
coming back
yeah.
over the channel. You know,
Good old Blythe.
both the bombers and the fighters, of course. You
And
know.
it's amazing.
That's what they were fighting for,
the,
wasn't it?
the clouds cleared completely over the
Just
White
over
Cliffs
the
of
sea.
Dover.
Wow.
It does.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Beautiful blue sea. This blue sky.
What about the engine? Is it really loud on board?
Yes.
Yeah,
deafening.
yeah, it's very difficult to
Well, of course,
actually
you've got the
hear,
headset. You've got the headset,
Even
haven't
then,
you?
it's very difficult to hear.
Really?
Yeah.
They
Wow.
sound beautiful from the outside, but when you're actually inside, they sound like a bag of spanners in a washing machine.
Yes. Yeah.
Even
And
Yeah.
that one certainly does.
Yes,
The Harvard.
the Harvard.
That you can still make out as Merlin, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get the fumes as well, which is good.
But obviously, you've gone out in the Tiger Moth, which is all twitchy and sort of like slow and
Yeah.
just sort of like very willowy and wallowy. Whereas, and then the Harvard's a little bit heavier, a bit faster, a bit more active in its, and then the Spitfire, which is just
It's like going up in cars.
yes.
And that's
Yeah, that's an old Mark 1 Escort.
Yeah.
And this is a Ferrari, isn't it?
Aston Martin did it.
Aston
Yeah,
Martin.
sorry,
You're
yeah,
right,
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. And of course, an aircraft that fought in the Second World
Yeah.
War and had 2 kills as well.
got them
You
all,
know,
isn't it?
1944.
just and that aircraft. I mean, obviously it's been heavily restored, but you know, it laid in the beach in the sand
Yeah.
for years and years and years.
Is it signed by someone?
Our other Spitfire is signed by quite a few.
Right.
Of the few, and the ATA girls as well.
Wow.
But did you hear the story about the French lad who saw her shot down in Normandy?
Really?
15-year-old French lad saw the pilot bail out, Jimmy Jeffrey, Canadian pilot, saw him bail out. Went and found him, he was concussed, got him to safety, hid him in the woods while the Germans were looking for him, kept him safe, managed to get him back to the French resistance, who smuggled him home.
Wow.
And that 15-year-old French lad was here last year at
No.
an air show. Now a 90-year-old lad,
Oh,
and we
wow.
flew him in the back.
Wow.
He actually saw the shot down in July 44. It's an amazing story.
Yeah, that is an amazing
And
story.
he did a victory roll as well, bless him.
Oh, wow. And I bet you that lad who got shot down came back to the UK and probably went back out and fought again.
He did, and he went back to see the 15-year-old lad as well,
Oh.
years later, to say thank you.
Incredible,
Yeah.
incredible.
It's a great story.
Just just every single one
So
of
it was
them.
like complete-
Heroes, total heroes. And youngsters as well. Just- yeah.
A lot of them were 19, 20, yes. Amazing.
Bomber crews, some of the bomber crews, they were commanded by a 19-year-old in the front seat.
Yeah.
You know, just incredible.
My 20-year-old can't even find his pants. No.
Is that live?
Yeah. You'll say that again.
No.
Brilliant. No, but it is incredible. You know the stories. I mean, I've read so many books just on Bomber Command, but a few on fighter. But just the every story is just like oh wow, just like page and page of just, and the guys getting shot down and trying to make it back to the UK to fight to go back out again. You know, to do it all over again. No fear, just no fear. I mean, obviously they were frightened. But they didn't have time to be frightened. You know, but yeah.
As I said, you can see why that won the battle of Britain.
Yes, of course.
With
Yeah,
Hurricanes as well.
yeah. Just her agility, speed. Yeah.
You only have to think it and she moves. You don't even have to. You can touch the stick like that.
Yeah.
You see some people try and take control and they've got two hands. You don't need to.
No, it's just finger touch. Yeah.
And she's so sensitive.
And what was it like, the barrel roll going over? I mean, you're talking about doing
I've done it again and again.
Of course.
You slow down.
Yeah.
I could see you guys down there.
Wow.
Doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
And they trained on them. That was their first, you know, that's the crazy thing.
Have they out 90 hours on that? And then 90 hours on that?
It's much less than that, actually.
Yeah. Very.
Hours on that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Just straight out there.
Some
and
of them are getting into Spitfires and Hurricanes with like 10 or 11 hours experience on the type, so they did very well. Amazing feats of daring do.
Well, thanks.
No, thank you.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh.
Enjoy watching it back. Make sure you crank the sound up on your TV when you watch it. Enjoy it. Cheers.
The video screen in front of you.
Wow. Okay. Should we, what we'll do is we'll get a word with Parky. Thank you, sir. It's very kind of you. Is this the next client, is it?
No, that's keep
Okay. Right.
We'll get the rest part now.
It's funny, I said to him, I gave him my card and I said, tune in to have a look on Facebook or YouTube later on. And he said, no, our family are already watching it live, so they've seen it, so it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Right, I've done it changed.
There we go. Okay. See if we can get.
Singapore has some of these.
Brilliant. Absolutely, yeah. So it's a formation E.
Yeah.
So Gav is a coil spring. Okay. Should we go? You've got your strapping Kate in now, and then I've got Henry.
Okay, let's follow Parky out on a typical. We've got a couple of customers here. Everything all right, Julie? Good. good. 23% on that. That should have put my phone up somewhere in the region of 60%. Oh, look at that, 56%. I'm pretty good at that.
The last one.
Are you happy with the video you saw earlier in the briefing? You happy with all that?
Oh yes, yes, no
Good.
problem at all.
Excellent. Yeah. We'll just cover a few points. When
I'll just say, lucky we waited till last. We've got the best weather, I think.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah.
So we've seen all the pre-flight. Thanks, man.
And the weather, you know, it just clouds and the sun gets a bit lower.
Oh, Parky loves his puffy clouds, doesn't he? What a lucky man, eh? Wake up every morning to go and fly a Spitfire. I mean, you know, we all love the idea of waking up in the morning and go and fly a jumbo jet, but to go and fly a Spitfire with just one other person on board, without all the hoo-ha of check-in and security and all that kind of stuff, especially on a day like this. Lucky, lucky man. And of course, prior to this, he flew fighter jets, didn't he? Parky.
He did, yeah. He was a Red Arrow, Tornado, F3 pilot, Phantom pilot.
Phantom. Wow.
BBMF.
BBMF. What spit? That's incredible.
He was one of the only full-time pilots there at the time.
That's incredible. Incredible. Wow, what a CV. Okay, I can probably got a ton of emails regarding that show on Monday, which is all going to happen. By the way, folks, I'm just going to check this now. Wow, who have we got here? The Bootle lad. Just going to read out a few comments here. Scotty is in the house. Steve Thompson, Chris Scapaloo, Dave Jones, Bilge Pump. Good day to you, Nigel Warren, Sandy Humby. Got some new members here as well. Steve Thompson and Mariette. Is that Mariette Roos? Good afternoon to you. Mark Wallace, Dave Jones, Simon Morgan. Thank you very much indeed. Glad you enjoyed it. Jack's in the house as well. Kelvin Grant. Of course, you guys have been obviously deep in conversation regarding your knowledge and your historic memories of the Battle of Britain and so on and so forth. So I won't want to sort of like, you know, bump into your conversations. But good to see you guys are all having a good amount of conversation about the Spitfire, about Battle of Britain. Of course, don't forget, folks, look them up. Aero Legends, is it .co.uk?
It is, that's correct, yeah.
.co.uk. aerolegends.co.uk. Very easy to find on Google and find out all about them. Also have another section up in Northamptonshire, isn't it?
We operate out of Sywell.
Sywell, that was it, yeah.
In
The
Essex.
Sywell and North Weald, yeah. Okay, so we all know about North Weald as well, folks. So if you want to have a little look, check them out. Just jump over to Facebook now, say hello to a few people over there. Hope you're having a great day. Probably my phone giving interference there, or my live stream equipment, one of the two. Philip Sinclair, yes indeed, the Spitfire is going up for one more. Is it one more? One more flight, yeah. And they're just checking him in now, as we saw the procedure earlier on. Barry James, what an amazing day for the event. Great job to all. Thank you very much indeed, Barry. James Newland, David Weston. Lots of hearts, lots of love coming from you guys. Rick Elder, where next? Are we talking about where Big Gen TV are going to be next? Well, we're not 100% sure yet. Weather is going to play a part in tomorrow. Been speaking with Ian Norman, A350 pilot with Virgin Atlantic. I'm going to try and get Ian on a few future arrival or departure out of London Heathrow. We've had to change plans ever so slightly due to the East Midlands stream on Sunday and on Monday. If you're into your freighters and if you're into your Russian freighters, make sure you tune in to watch that one, folks. Kim Brayley, Yvonne Heelan, good afternoon to you. Michael van der Au, good morning, good afternoon to you, sorry. Thank you very much, Rob Shipway. And brilliant show, Jerry and Gilly, thoroughly enjoyed it. Elliot Reid, not done just yet. We're going to get some words with Parky a little bit later on when he comes back. Is this what's the length of flight on this one?
This is 20 minutes for the Spitfire and 15 for the Harvard.
Okay, 20-minute flight for the Spitfire, and that time goes very, very quickly. So hang around, folks. Andrew Clarkson, thank you very much indeed. Proud auntie here. My new nephew Zach arrived yesterday. Emma Funnell, that's fantastic for you. Rick Bailey's at P17. What are we talking about there? Not sure. Like I found it out. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it, folks. A big shout out to Colin as well from Aero Legends. He's one of the chaps who works on the ground with these guys. Met him up at Mildenhall. He very kindly put me in touch with the guys here and with Ben, and it's been wonderful. And thank you again to all the kind folk here at Aero Legends. If you want to come and just watch the Spitfire flying, ladies and gents, and just experience that immense power as she goes out, anyone can come to Headcorn and just hang out for the day, basically. It's a little. Is that a little cafe just up? Just round? Yeah, there's a little cafe here. A great little museum. I've been in the museum quite a few years ago, but a great little museum. Lots of artifacts of much like the kind of like piece that you saw in the hut there, where part of a recovered Merlin engine. Could have been out of a fighter, could have been out of a bomber, who knows. Paul Skilling, good afternoon to you. Elaine Bird, Jack Cathay, okay. Talking about, can't get away from the big jets, can you? Michael K. Wow, yeah, okay. Scott Topley, nice treat this show has been. Did Jerry say there will be an EMA show this weekend? Rab H? Yes, I did, my friend. Vision thing, we have had some cracking footage. £4.99 over the past few weeks. Outstanding work. It's always a pleasure, folks. I mean, you know, any opportunity to film planes, we're there. Keith Cornell, thank you very much indeed. Okay, Keith Cornell saying about 20mm cannon shell indents in the wall, in the doors up at North Wheel. Funny enough, if you go to Victoria Station, you can still see where ME-110 was shot down by either a Spitfire or a Hurricane during the Battle of Britain, and made a right proper mess of the wall there. Indentations still there, as you can see all over London. If you're into your historics, that's a good place to go. Is London, to just see where there is there is evidence of the Blitz, basically. Deborah Speller, thank you very much indeed. Angela Cooper, BDA. To whoever told Mr. Dyer the Jimmy Jeffrey story. Oh, that's the fella who got shot down in that Spitfire. I thank you. It was nice to hear the RCAF, of course, our Royal Canadian Air Force, ladies and gentlemen, fought both in very, very heavily involved in the bomber. Bomber Command, the Royal Canadian Air Force, of course, but as well as, of course, Fighter Command. Such a shame we lost our Spit and Hurricane plus other aircraft in a fire in 1993 BDA. You out there in because obviously they've got the Nanton Lancaster, the only other airworthy Lancaster in the world, really, other than our one over here. Jane Beret, good afternoon to you. Paul Hodgson, thank you very much indeed. Paul BEA Trident, Elaine Bird, Angela Cooper, Matt Rayner, Rab H, thank you very much indeed. Martin Smith. No, you don't need to do that, Martin. I really appreciate it. We're very grateful to all those guys here who've watched this today. Thank you very much indeed to everybody who's come here. Max Woodman, when are you live? We're live now, Max. Dora Gerber, good afternoon to you. Steve Russell, well done, Jerry. Great show, which for the first time I've watched on my smart TV. Steve Russell, there we go. Check this out, Steve. Crosswind. Future Ryanair pilot there. Only joking. Oh, we'll talk about Ryanair. Look at the colours. Still there, Jenny? Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, that might be a bit of a pull on me there. I don't know. Actually, no, shouldn't do. No. This lucky girl going out in this Harvard, man.
She's flying alongside the Harvard.
Oh, wow, really? Oh, that is fantastic. This young lady flying alongside her father in the Spitfire. How about that? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Lucky girl. Wow. I guess, like we were saying earlier on, it's... The Tiger Moth's a bit of an old Ford Mark 1 Ford Escort, isn't it? That's a bit of a Cortina, a bit heavier. And this is, of course, the...
Cosworth.
Yeah, the Cosworth. Yeah, you got it, man. Just waiting for Parky to sit himself down in that Spitfire. So it's like it's not a Viscount over there in the background there, is it? Is it must have splendiferous dreams, this fella. I'm going to put you back on the number 1 mic, GP. Stand by. Check. There you go. Just check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. reg on that aircraft. battery rotates before the spit goes. Or are they going out line astern? No. Okay, okay. Thank you. It's catching him up. Okay. These guys are done with their engine test.
I have, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, really? How long? Oh, 6:30. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. We'll stretch it out. Okay, thank you. Are you off now? Thanks for your time, man. Really appreciate it. Take care. Have a good evening. Cheers. Have a nice weekend as well. So what we got? There we go. What about that for a departure, folks? That's the parachute aircraft that we saw going out earlier on. So quite an active little field here, it has to be said. Training school. As we've seen, number of young cadets going out. Various training platforms. Matt Rayner, Mark Barr. Has the Spitfire done any roll fly past? It had to be, didn't it? Eh? You fellas and girls. No, but he will do a. I nearly said a mini roll there, but he will do a barrel roll. Just have a look here. We've got that in, fellas, ladies and gents. Something up there in the distance. Oh, is it on the air's private triple? It's not a BBJ though, is it? It's not a BBJ. It's just a private charter flight, freighter or whatever it might be. It's got its own little angle. Guessing lots of people know exactly what that is. Wasn't that fantastic? That chap who went on the Spitfire, he came off. He said, I said, gave him my card, and he's like, "No, you don't need. I don't need it because my family's watching it live." How fantastic was that? Jeremy Smith, thanks a million, Big Jet TV. This has been a great show today. Thank you very much indeed. This is hot on the heels of the amazing Schiphol shows. Big Jet TV is just brilliant. Gary Goodchild saying, "Wow, it's really it's wonderful. I mean, this is soft core in terms of what we do on Big Jet TV. But it seems that you guys are just enjoyed it as much. I mean, when I say that, in terms of historics, it's hardcore, isn't it? With that Spitfire at full pelt going down this grass track runway as well, and authentic right the way through. Everything here is authentic, as it was when it was Lashendon back in the war. P-51 Mustangs from the United States Air Force stationed here after the Battle of Britain, obviously to look after their bombers as the B-17s flew deeper and deeper into Germany in the Second World War. P-51 Mustang stationed here, no tarmac, a pure grass strip, just as authentic as it comes, and in this beautiful Kent countryside as well. Fantastic. C208 Caravan, the parachute aircraft. Thank you very much indeed, Hodgie. Paul Rosser, good evening to you. Spitfire RAF 100, loving this show, of course. Who else wouldn't love this show? Mr. Spitfire RAF 100. It's an absolute honour and pleasure to do this. And the great thing is, folks, is as we've discussed a couple of times, the Spitfire that you're seeing active right now is, of course, was active during the war before she was dragged up from the sand on the Normandy beaches, believe it or not. And of course, we were just hearing there about a great story about the pilot who bailed out, a young lad, 15 years old, saw him bailing out in France on the Normandy beach, went out, rescued him, hid him. Oh, here comes the Harvard. Hid him and got him to the French resistance, who got him back to the UK. And how about that? They met that. Although I think possibly they met again sometime after the war. I'm not sure, but most definitely the young lad who saved that 19-year-old kid. 19-year-old, can you believe it? Let's see if we can keep up with this fella this time. Looped it last time by powering it up a little bit. Sun has been an issue with me all day, I have to say. I should have had my Toulouse hat on, to be honest. Lovely sound of the radial engine. So go for gear down probably, I'd imagine, as he... There we go. So they're dead. Okay. Stop looking at jets, Jerry. Okay, get the bearings and go. Got another Spitfire coming in, folks, from this is one of their other Spitfires being drafted in this afternoon to cover their weekend schedule, as well as the Spitfire we're seeing here.
Gotta be a wild ride, isn't it? Better than any roller coaster, I would think. I hear a Merlin engine from a distance, and there it is. Bish bash. Okay, watch for the roll. Here we go. This is hard to keep up with. Especially with those other. Talk about I've had a Spitfire flying around me all day, or I've had a P-51. Oh, here comes the other one. No, hold on a minute. Is this perhaps which is which? I think that's this one here that we're looking at now is the customer aircraft with Parky at the controls. The other one that we saw, which I got my lead all tangled up with, is the extra Spitfire that they're bringing in. Gear down, and this is the. I think this is because of just based on what I'm thinking in terms of the direction that this guy came in at. He's just come in and done a victory roll over the airfield just to say he's back. You know, how about that? I don't know, I might be completely wrong. We'll soon find out. 2 Spitfires coming in now, ladies and gents.
Yeah, that one's got gun ports on it. So this is definitely this is our this is the passenger aircraft coming in now. Must be another lovely sound. This is going to be a good shot, ladies and gents. Spitfire and Spitfire in the same shot. Here we go. Switching to Levelia. You ready? Stand by. 3, 2. Levelia on. Good. Okay. job. Job satisfaction. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gents, I'm just going to quickly, well not quickly, but slowly, manoeuvre my sticks over this way so that I'm nearer the Dispersal's hub.
No.
What's that? Who's that? Sorry.
It's all right. Nothing's going on yet.
Okay. That's his dad coming out now.
If I'm at my ball at 90, I'll be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. If I reach 90, I'll be happy. Fair play, man. What an experience that must be.
We're 2 metres apart. Just about.
Oh, what a jaunty angle.
Can't get it all in. Fabulous, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Do you want one with the two of you? Joe, do you want to do the photography? We do weddings, you see. We can do this. We'll see you inside in a moment.
Okay, Harry, just come in. Yeah, okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Thanks a lot.
I tend to end up that way. Thank you.
Well done, Henry.
Did you like that?
Very good indeed. Did a bit too roll as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube or Facebook,
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
check that out later on. You'll be able to watch it
Excellent.
back, see him flying and everything.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. Okay. So then the last and final part of the puzzle is to get a word with Parky and then we're done. Oh, look at this. There's another runway over there. Blimey. Wondered where he was going for a minute. parking right up here. That should be good. That should be a good shot. Just a minute. Still there, GP? All copy? Everything okay? Good, good, good. I don't know how different the lavalier mic is in terms of the normal mic, picking up the audio of the engines, but yeah, it's good for interviews and stuff. Yeah, of course, yeah. What I'll do is I'll pull out for now. We'll use the camera mic just for this taxi. It's going straight to the hangar, I think. Okay. Lavalier going back on. Okay. Oh, stay a bit, Dad. Right, so one more thing to do. So one more thing to do, Ben. Get a little interview with Parky out at his aircraft, yeah?
Yeah, of course we'll be out.
Yeah, of course. Okay, good. What a day. Right, well, folks, this should be quite interesting, guys and girls. Might want to stick around for this interview with Parky, because he's got some history. And glad you all enjoyed this impromptu show, it has to be said. Wasn't really on the cards. It's sort of like it established itself on the way down from the office. This was supposed to be a recce, as a lot of you were informed about when we were in Schiphol. But as it transpires, it was. It turned into a show because we were invited by Volga Dneper. There's good guys over there at VDR filming a show on Sunday and on Monday as well to celebrate Kuhn and Nagel. Now, obviously, there's a lot of you folks are. Very knowledgeable about your aviation, but Kuhn and Nagel, look them up. 130-year anniversary, believe it or not. So we'll be celebrating that. They'll be handling. I think it's their charter with Volga Dneper. They've had a around about 10 years relationship with Volga Dneper. Utilising their services, their aircrafts AN-124 and Ilyushin IL-76, Antonov AN-124 and Ilyushin IL-76. It's a ramp load aircraft, the IL-76. You'll see it in the flesh on Monday. Close up, airside at East Midlands, and of course we'll also be celebrating the wonderful work that East Midlands has been doing during the COVID-19 crisis, keeping everything running as much as they can there. And we'll be on the Western freight hub, where we will also likely see the possibly. On Sunday, we will see the arrival of the AN124, the VD, the Ilyushin IL-76, and also the ABC 747. So that's part one, so to speak, on Sunday, and then on Monday we will be airside with Volga Dnieper with the Ilyushin IL-76.
Right, I'm all yours.
Okay, sir. Guys, I've given your friends a little sticker,
Okay.
so you can watch it later on YouTube
Oh,
or on
awesome.
Facebook.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Take
Thank you
care.
very much.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, right. Okay, GP, stand by. You good?
My pleasure. Right.
Okay, sir. So now what we need to do is just that can just go on your go in there.
Go in there.
There you go, and there's your blah blah.
Got it.
Okay. And then let's just take a walk over to your aircraft.
I'll go this way.
Gilly, just check Parky's audio.
Checkity check, check. This way down. Check, check, checkity, checkity, check.
He's good. You're good. That's all good. Okay, we're all good. What another glorious day.
Isn't it lovely?
It must. Okay. Tell us about yourself then, Parky. Why do they call you Parky?
My surname is Parkinson, so it's not particularly original. Yeah, that didn't take a great deal of thought.
Okay. So you've got some history, haven't you, with the RAF,
Yeah.
the MF, and so on and so forth. Tell us. Tell us
Yeah,
about
that's
what
it.
you've
I
done.
apologise for squinting into the sun, but yeah, in fact, we're going that way. If we go this way, would that be okay? Then I won't. If you go there, the aircraft behind, would that be?
I'd love to do the aircraft. I'd love to do ride up with the aircraft.
Yeah, of course.
Because she is the.
Yeah, they're just putting her to bed now. She's had a fairly busy day.
Indeed, she has.
7 trips today.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's been. I was so lucky with the RAF. Joined when I was 18. Somehow got accepted. Somehow got fast jet, and I flew some great aircraft: the Phantom, the Tornado F3, the F-16. Then displayed the Tornado, the Red Arrows, the Eurofighter, and the Spitfire, and the Hurricane with the BBMF. So absolutely, if somebody had told me I was going to, when I was 18, I'd get that in my logbook, I would never believe it. But it's not lost on me, and I've had 7 trips in NH today, and it's been wonderful. Just a fabulous day.
It must be the same literally every time you fly. I mean, really, the novelty cannot wear off with something.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Somebody said that one of the passengers said, you've got a great job. I said, yeah, that's fair. But they said, I'm essentially sharing some of the best days of people's lives, and you've heard the comments when the guys jump out the Spitfire. It's an easy sell because this is the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest aircraft ever built. And, it's wonderful. We, from Headcorn, we could be over the White Cliffs in 9 minutes. So, you're getting so much in that sortie. We had clouds to play with today. The White Cliffs were shining. We could see France, and you're in a Spitfire, and that's brilliant.
Tell us a little bit about your time with the RAF.
Yeah, so I've told you the aircraft I flew. Operationally, I did stuff on the Phantom and the Tornado. It was really more out sort of Bosnia was at the time, but then I got into the display world. One afternoon I was teaching as an instructor on the F3 after my exchange on the F-16, and the boss of the squadron came in and said, do you want to do the solo display on the Tornado? So I thought about that for a nanosecond and said, yes, please. And that was my inter-display flying. So that was the 99 and 2000 season, 20 years ago. And then from there, I managed to get into the Red Arrows. I ended up doing 4 years with the Reds, from 2001 to 2004. Those were my summers with the Red Jets. That was wonderful. And then I got the early days into the Eurofighter. So I don't know how, but I managed to be the first pilot in the world to get 1,000 hours on the Eurofighter, which was lovely. I was really chuffed to bits to get that. And then another day I'll never forget is when the the boss came in and he was smiling at me, and what's going on? And he said, you've got BBMF, you're going to fly the Spitfire and Hurricane. And you know, the first time you write either of those aircraft in your logbook, it's very special. You know, they symbolise so much for this country, and obviously the Royal Air Force, it's an absolute privilege. And yeah, I've had a fairly cracking career, really.
You have, really. And in terms of the Phantom, cable operated still, the old
yeah, I mean, it was, you know, it was. I remember when I first did it, you could bizarrely, there were lots of electrics in the jet with the radar, and you could hear it as you trimmed, you know. But yeah, it was old technology, you know, as you you know, flew the jet. But it's very reliable. The first Phantoms I flew were the ex-Royal Ark, HMS Ark Royal, FG1, so they had a tough old life. But they had the, you know, extendable nose legs and the slotted stabilators, and they were great. They were the old, you know, the old Navy Phantoms. Flew them, and I almost saw out the Phantom as it was ending its service. You know, I jumped ship onto the Tornado in '91, which was a shame because we were on 19. I was on 92 Squadron with 19 Squadron in Germany, so we always imagined the biggest party ever was going to be when we saw 1992 in, but that never happened. 92 folded at the end of 91. We did a Diamond 9. My last trip in a Phantom was back to Wattisham from Wildenrath. I did a Diamond 9, flew the 5 ship back, and I can remember on the break, you know, landing 5 serviceable Phantoms in Germany, and I think they were all scrapped. It was such a wonderful day, but a sad day because it was such a good old girl, the Phantom. But yeah, another bit of history.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favourite aircraft, certainly as a kid, watching them in the displays.
Yeah, it had a great shape, and you know, it was a classic. You know, it was Vietnam War, and you know, been around. They were old when I flew them. You could definitely see they'd have a tough old life, but they were strong. You know, when we flew passengers in the Phantom, we would always take the cable. You know, you could take the cable as much as you liked, and it was like not quite as abrupt as stopping on a ship, but there was a very short runway at Lucas, and we could take the short runway, and you just stop in, you know, under a second or so, and the deceleration was fantastic, and literally hook up, canopy open, taxi away. And that was the Phantom. Yeah, great jet.
So you flew her on the ships as well? You landed her on the ships?
No, we only took the cables on land. I've got a few mates that did sort of F-14 exchanges and F-18 exchanges, and they did the proper cat and trap, as we call it, the catapulted into the wire. And yeah, I take my hat off to those guys, especially at night. That is super flying. But yeah, very, 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 and obviously the Phantom did it, but we just did it on land. The runways would always have a cable in case you lost the brakes, or for whatever reason, you know, hydraulic snags. You could just take the cable. But in a Phantom, take as much as you liked.
So moving from the Phantom to the more modern jets, like the Tornado, was it? It must have been a bit like going from the Harvard to the Spitfire in terms of lightweight.
You know, it was. The performance was actually very similar to the. They were both Mach 2 to the Tornado. It's more the quantum leap is in the avionics, in the step up. The biggest step in a way, performance-wise, was probably Phantom Tornado, then the F-16, because that was a 9G. You know, 4th gen fighter, and extraordinary, you know, just a nose pointing, brutal the G that it would pull, and it was to sustain it. And he had a great little radar as well. That was multi-role, so ground attack and air defence. So that was wonderful. Loved the F-16. And again, you know, looking at the sort of the 9G capabilities, if you compare that to the Eurofighter, very similar in a way, but it's just the technology in the Eurofighter, just the radar's more powerful. You've got data link, you've got a defensive aid subsystem, so the radar warning is extraordinary, and you get swamped by information, 3 massive TVs and the head-up display. But you know, I guess it is stepping stone, and I remember showing Jeff Wellham, you know, a Eurofighter, and you compare that to a Spitfire, but clearly it's a massive jump in technology. You know, the sort of 70 years, I guess, between the two. This was cutting edge in 1940, without a doubt. But it's a bit like a telephone in 1940 and a mobile phone in 2020. And it's extraordinary what that phone can do. And that's almost a typhoon. It is the technology that's advanced. The performance clearly has got better, but probably not as much as the technology.
So, so tell us about your time with the Reds. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that's
the training for the Reds in terms of formation flying must have been.
It is, you know, formation flying is one of the core skills of any military pilot that you learn, and the Reds just take it to another level, and then beyond. So, you know, and it's done stepping stone. You don't start as a 9, you start 3 ship, 4 ship, 5 ship, Enid we call it, the 5 ship, and you loop and roll, and then slowly you start changing formation positions whilst looping and rolling, and they develop a little bit more. Then you might do a full right hand side, a full left, and now it's sort of December time, you've done it for a couple of months, and then you start learning the second half manoeuvres, that rollbacks, twizzle, caterpillar, all those sort of bits, and eventually come sort of March time, you put that whole thing together and you do your first 9 ship. But it's one of those, it's a brilliant job. I mean, absolutely fantastic, a close-knit team, ridiculous amount of flying we did. You know, I think I got about 1,500 hours in my 4 years on the Reds. It's just extraordinary amount of flying that we flew. But the magic was never lost on me. We took the jets around the world. You know, you'd pitch up. You're sort of ambassadors as well for Great Britain, and you're doing a show, and it was lovely. It was never lost on me that the general public, I think, you know, we tend to think we'll lose the cricket and we haven't got the best trains in the world, but for some reason we love the Red Arrows. They're close to us, and you talk to so many Brits and they go, Red Arrows are the best in the world, and you know, you almost live up to that expectation, and it was absolute pride that you, especially when you put a good show together, you'd know when it was a good one, and it was buzzing, you know, the atmosphere, and you know, the stuff that you would do with 9 little hawks, red hawks looping and rolling, you know, it was beautiful. You know, flying is a very, you get the best views in the world, in my opinion, and you know, sometimes you would almost just try and take in. There's a lot of 8 other hawks around you that you're looking at, but yeah, wonderful job.
And difficult to control the excitement, as you know you're coming in formation with maybe 10,000.
You know, I think you just, you know, your first shows, you're right. The first time, you know, you fly in a green flying suit, and then you pass what we call PDA, public display approval, and then you get a red suit. And the first time you put your G-shirt on, and you suddenly you're looking up, and you're aware that there's lots of red in the cockpit, and it's you in a red suit, and you know, you sort of pinch yourself, and it's like all professional flying. You just have to just concentrate on the job in hand, do what you're taught, and just forget that there's 200,000 people watching you, and if you mess the smokes up, they're going to see it's you and hope you don't. But yeah, just great memories from the Reds.
Wonderful. And then, of course, onto the BBMF. Wow, I mean, historic flights.
Yeah, that was a fabulous time. You know, to get the Reds and the BBMF in the display teams of the Royal Air Force, really. Yeah, magic. You know, I've mentioned flying the Spitfire, the Hurricane, just absolutely wonderful. I did 11 years with BBMF, which seems extraordinary. So, you know, 11 summers, and it was wonderful. You know, the highlights maybe would be the 2 Lancasters. They came over. The Canadian Lanc Vera came over in 2014. And I vividly remember the first show we did. It was Duncan and I and 2 Spitfires on the wing of the 2 Lancs at Eastbourne, actually. And the weather, it was sort of thunderstorms, black clouds, but blue sky. And these 2 massive aircraft you're on the wing of that hadn't been seen together for so long, you know, really special. And then the following year, I was very fortunate. I did the synchro with the Eurofighter, so I was in the Spitfire for the 75th of it's the 80th this year, but that was the 75th for the Battle of Britain. So it was a Battle of Britain camouflage Eurofighter on my wing, and we did a sort of synchro show and a bit of close formation, and it was Ben and I, and we did that sort of as quite a few big shows in 2015, and that was wonderful. Yeah, it's really good. So, you know, so I could talk for hours, but you know, I've had some wonderful times.
Wow, you certainly have, and an unlucky man.
A lucky man, yeah. It's not lost on me. I am just privileged to have flown. You know, this aircraft just sitting here in the sun. You know, it's magic.
And an aircraft with history as well. Having flown and participated.
That's it. You know, you can see you'll see the 2 swastikas behind me. So 29th and 30th of June, 1944. So, you know, 76 years ago, she shot down 2 109s post Normandy. You know, she was operating out of post D-Day, operating out of Normandy, and then she got shot down herself by a Focke-Wulf 190 2 days later, 2nd of July. And the pilot, Jimmy Jeffries, bailed out, but she actually landed. He must have trimmed her beautifully, because she landed in a field, pretty hole. Lots of bits of her were popped into a museum at Bayeux, where she sat for sort of 65 odd years. And then when they, you know, rebuilt her, so much of her was NH. It was 2 Spitfires, bizarrely. So much was NH341. And you know, there's clearly a lot of new, but there's lots of old in her, and the essence of her is here today. So yeah, she's done her work back in the days, and You know, I'd probably flown about the 490th hour in her. But back in 1944, she only flew 27 sorties. So, you know, we don't really know how many hours she got, maybe 30 odd, 35 hours. So she's already flown about 14 times what she flew back in 1944, which is extraordinary.
Wonderful. Parky, thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure talking to you.
To an absolute fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a great day.
And you've given us all a great show, and you've been live throughout that whole.
Oh my word!
Yes, you have, sir.
Live landings always make me nervous.
Oh, you've done well, and at the end of the day as well, great to get the other Spit coming in.
Yeah, that was just sheer luck. Yeah, I heard Charlie Alpha in the circuit. It was like, hello. Yeah. I'll taxi in behind the other Spit.
It was fantastic because I was completely confused. I was like, well, hold on a minute. Because he did a different route.
Yes, he did circuit south and I went north.
And so that luckily, because we missed, I got my cable all snagged up on the first one when he came in, but I got your beautiful.
Perfect. Yeah. If we tried to choreograph that, it would have never worked, but it was absolutely perfect.
It was
brilliant.
Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it. All the best. Look after yourself. Cheers.
Awesome. So is that going out on YouTube?
It's live then. We are live now. I'm just about to close it, and then I'll give you my card, and you can check it out later on. I'll grab that mic off you in a bit, yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Right, okay, folks, we'll do a close out. Probably one of the best interviews I've ever done in my life. Don't drive off with that mic. Come back!
I think
if anyone could nick my mic, it would be you. I probably
would have noticed.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a problem though.
Yeah.
Yes, officer. Well,
I'll go down.
Okay.
It's probably easier that way, I know.
Fantastic. Okay. There we go.
We are out.
Thank you very much.
And then you put it out on.
No, it's live. It's done.
It's done. That's it.
Yeah. Still live right now. We're just about to close now. Probably.
But there's no audio now. It's just.
Yeah, no, you got audio. Yeah. That's what we are. We're just raw live.
That's lovely. That'd be beautiful.
It's going to be great.
That's fantastic. Well, you know, hopefully we'll see you. So can you go Big Jet TV and then there's links and stuff as to what was on?
All you need to do is go to YouTube. Are you mainly Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube, I can do YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube, go to Big Jet TV.
Yeah.
And subscribe, of course. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. And then that's all you need to do is just watch it. Watch it tonight. Sit back.
That'll all be on.
Have a cup of tea or a glass of wine or whatever your.
Fantastic. Jerry, pleasure.
Absolute pleasure to meet you, sir. Take care. All the best. Right. Okay, folks. How about that then? No. How could anyone laugh about me trousers earlier on when I didn't even when I couldn't even show me trousers? Is that in there? Yeah. Anyway, listen, folks. Thank you so much. Let's just throw that mic on there. Let these guys go. Chris, just going to do my close out. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a great afternoon, and thank you to all the guys and girls, of course, at Aero Legends. Look them up, aerolegends.co.uk, and we will see you in a couple of days, probably at East Midlands for Sunday. Okay, you've been watching Big Jet TV. Take it easy. See you later. Bye-bye.
How do I get to watch that you've done today?
Are you on?
I'm not on Facebook or anything. I do YouTube.
YouTube's all you need.
Yeah? So I can watch what you've done today?
Just go to. That's a sticker there.
Yeah.
Stand by.